Welcome back to another review. Arteza once again have been very nice and sent me some of their products to try and review, and this has been something I have been looking forward to so much and I have been so excited about, is actually trying out their gouache paints. So to be sent a proper set of 24 I am very excited about. They have all these lovely colours. And gouache is just a medium I have been kind of scared to try, but at the same time really looking forward to. So they were kind enough to send me those and some of their premium watercolour pads, which look very nice actually. These are actually really big. They're 9 inches by 12. Very nice. There's a lot of paper. And they sent me 2 pads as well. The paper looks very nice from what I've seen. So I'm really looking forward to testing it out and seeing what I can make. So as always, Arteza's art products are always really nicely packaged and presented. So the set that I have today is a set of 24 gouache colours premium. They have the light fast rating on each of the tubes, which are the 3 little plus signs. And from what I know, the 3+ are the best. At the time of recording this set sells for about £16.98, both on the Arteza website and on Amazon. And I'll be testing these paints out on the Arteza Expert, the watercolour pad paper. So it says it's cold press, dual-sided, acid-free, 9 by 12 inches and 140 pounds. It's very smooth textured, and I found that the gouache is actually really nice and lays down really nicely on this paper. So let's talk about this gouache, because that is the thing I am most excited about. These gouache are really nice. I was not disappointed at all in the quality of them. They have really beautiful vibrant colours, and I was able to really blend them out into more of a watercolour style, which is what you saw me doing with the swatches. I haven't had a lot of experience with gouache, so I really tried to see what effects I could get, and I did a lot of research before I tried to paint anything with these. And I saw that gouache, you can use it 2 ways. You can use it as a transparent medium, or you can use it as an opaque medium, and the opaque medium is what I was really interested in using. So I've only used gouache twice before. Once I bought a set that was £3 and it was terrible. The gouache was very chalky, and when it dried it just crumbled. There was absolutely no pigment in the colours whatsoever. And my other experience was with Winsor & Newton's designer gouache, which the tubes are pretty expensive, but you are getting the true gouache experience. But with these I absolutely love them. I found that they had a really good creamy texture when you just added a tiny bit of water. You could also use them transparently and the pigments would stay so vibrant and strong. The ultramarine blue is probably one of my favourite colours in the set. It is just so pigmented and so vivid and bright. I love it. So with me being a beginner to gouache, I feel like this is a really nice introduction to the medium, and I was very pleased with my experience using them. I feel like the set also provides a really good set of colours for you to pick from. I tried to limit my palette with this piece, but I ended up using quite a few more colours than I intended. And obviously in this set they give you 2 whites, which I find is really helpful, as I'm sure I'll be going through the white gouache very quickly, as I like to mix some of my colours lighter. It achieves a very nice effect. So this gouache, possibly my favourite thing Arteza has sent me so far. I love them. I really like them, and I want to make more pictures using them in future. So, on to reviewing the paper. The paper I found was very soft. It was smooth, and I found it worked really well with gouache and with watercolour, because I did experiment a couple of other mediums on the paper before I started this big picture. I tried watercolour, coloured pencil, and some of my water-based markers, and they did seem to lay on the paper very nicely. but with the watercolour I found it actually made a strange bobbled texture with the paper. I tried to take a picture, but the picture didn't come out very well. But once it dried, it was fine. It was really nice and smooth, so I'm not sure what that's about, but otherwise, really nice paper. I will say though that putting any type of masking tape does rip the paper really easily. I think because it is so soft and smooth, the paper is very easily ripped by any sort of sticky tape. Even after I'd put the tape on my trousers a couple of times to weaken the glue, it still ended up just ever so lightly ripping the paper. Not in the way that it actually tore the paper, it's very strange to explain, but it seemed to take the top layer off of the paper, but only just slightly. So I think I will use this paper again in future. I'll just remind myself not to use any masking tape with it, because I do really like how the gouache interacts with this paper, and I did put a lot of paint on in some areas and it handled it very well. So I think that's everything I can say on these products. So overall I had a really good time using them, and I am very pleased with the picture that I made. Speaking of, I'll talk a little bit about the painting that I made, because I won't lie, I was very nervous about using gouache because I've had so little practice with it before, and I wanted to create something that would reflect well on the products I was using. So again, I didn't want to use a whole big sheet like that because this is really big paper, so I sectioned off a smaller part and just decided to draw a pair of trainers, which I feel it fits with my previous picture that I made. And I was even more nervous because I went in with absolutely no line art whatsoever. I am not used to doing these kinds of paintings, as I find you kind of go through an ugly stage before the painting starts to look better. And when I reach the ugly stage of a painting, I very easily give up on the whole drawing. But I really pushed myself and tried not to give up. And I think because I got so focused on the actual painting itself, I kind of missed out on the ugly stage. So overall, I'm actually really pleased with this painting, and it was so much fun being able to put down dark colours first and then go back over them with a lighter colour, although I did have to be careful of not reactivating the gouache that I'd already put down. Again, I love the colours. I'm just really happy with this piece. I'm really surprised because I always get scared of trying new mediums because I don't want to fail. Every time I try something new, I want to be already amazing at it. But I know that can't always be the case. But again, I'm just really happy with this piece. And gouache, I think, is going to become one of my new favourites to go to. And with that, I think that is the end of the video. A big thank you again for Arteza for sending me these products to try. I really enjoyed using them. And thank you for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!